Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Artur Zaborski. I am a Polish film journalist, and I have the pleasure to conduct the interview with Jordi Oliva, the producer behind the Wawies. Hello, Jordi. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, Artur. How are you? My pleasure is mine.
Great. So, Jordi, you worked for 15 years, as far as I know, for more than 15 years for Imagic TV, and you were fighting in the studio for making more and more animation projects. So why are you so fascinating about that form of expression?
Well, it's funny that you ask that because actually at Imagic, when the company started, we were doing like factual TV and TV movies, but with flesh and bone people, you know? And at a certain stage, a project came into my hands. It was our first production, Urasi the Inuit, which is this guy over here. It happens to be in my office, and we decided to produce a series, and it went quite well. So we thought, okay, we should keep exploring this this line of work, and after that, we were lucky enough to join as co-producers of the feature film Giuseppe, which last year won the European Film Awards and was selected for the Cannes Film Festival, amongst others. And that's basically it. One thing brought to the other. We're in the production of Jimmy and the Magic Key, which was selected for the Animator Festival in July and in Poland. And now we're developing the Wawies, which is our latest creation.
So you have to tell us something about this latest project. What is the stage of it? What is the story? What is the whole concept?
Yeah, the Wawies, we're currently in development. The Wawies are these guys over here. I have a couple of them. Hello, this is Bo. Okay, and it's a fascinating story about these creatures who live in Wawaland. And Wawaland is a tiny little planet that is orbiting around planet Earth. So actually, right now it could be over my head or over your head or over whoever's head. And from Wawaland, the Wawies watch us, the humans. The idea of the show is that the kids learn about what's happening in the planet Earth through the eyes of the Wawies. So we're not being patronizing or teaching lessons of what we are doing wrong. But on the contrary, what we're telling the kids is what can be done right. Okay, so it's a positive message that we're giving. And all of this, obviously, every character has its own characteristics. And this involves lots of gags and fun and laughter, adventure, and a huge engagement because they are really cute. So I really want to hug them.
So you want to connect funny part and educational part.
Well, it's not that much about educational, but it's more about consciousness. Okay, I mean, we live in a global world. We live in a global planet. We have to understand what's happening everywhere. So when, for instance, Wawaland is floating across the Amazon. In Wawaland, it rains and there's forest trees. So the kids understand wherever they live, rather they live in Barcelona like me or in Warsaw or in London, that the whole is different and huge. And then we are exploiting values such as the love for nature. We want the kids to take risks and fail, but to learn from the failures. And we want the kids to understand that listening to another one is good because not always my opinion is the best. Like, for instance, Akame has an opinion, Bo has another one. And if they talk together, they will reach an agreement. So this is a little bit how we've conceived the series, but always the target is 2 to 5. So there's going to be a lot of music, there's going to be a lot of colors, there's going to be a lot of visual impacts, and I think that the kids will appreciate that. And at the same time, the message will root deep into them. Like, it's okay if they talk, we should talk. If they respect flowers, we should respect flowers, etc. It's a little bit like that.
That's really beautiful message. But Jordi, could you tell me if these creatures, if they are like created just for this project, or are they based on some previous characters? How does it work?
No.
Is it that unique?
Yeah. The Wawies is a tailor-made 100% new project. They did not exist before, so they are just for the series. They're not based in any book. They're not based in anything. But what does happen is that the Wawies is part of Wawaland, which is not only the little sphere traveling around our planet, but it's also Wawaland here in the Earth. So Wawaland comes alongside a lot of like merchandising stuff. I mean, these are an example, but we have already a textile line, which we have just signed a deal with Zalando, which is very huge in Germany, very huge in Spain, in Portugal, in Poland. Yeah, it's 17 countries, and I think Poland is one of the big ones. So the families and the kids can buy not right now because the deal is being signed last July, but from Christmas they can get pajamas and T-shirts and pants and the toys in Zalando. So Wawaland is a big 360 thing. We have in pipeline books. We have in the pipeline more toys. We have back to school stuff. So it's a great business opportunity. But recovering your question, yes, it's 100% original. So we want to transmit the message through the series on TV, but also through the merchandising. I mean, this is made with organic cotton. We are taking care of nature. We're taking care of our planet when we create our line of textile as well. So we want to be consequent on what we show on television for the kids. So the parents will say, oh, okay, they're telling respect nature, but is this made of plastic? No. One of Wawaland's and one of the Wawies slogan is plastic, not fantastic. So we wanna teach, let's say, or not teach, but introduce these concepts to kids. So when they grow up, they realize that there's better ways of doing things and better ways of treating our planet.
Gotcha. So it seems like your project is very actual, very valid, and actually it brings a lot of awareness about what's going on in the world and the problems we are dealing with.
Yeah, it is. It is. And in fact, it all started because the director and creator of the series, Ton Pernas, actually, he will get mad when he hears me because he says he's not the creator of the series. He says that the Wawies found him and they used him to create the series. But anyhow, Ton Pernas, he is a father, as I am a father, so we have kids, and it was in his head, in his mind, how could he do something to improve the world? And this, which is it sounds like a repetitive topic and everyone wants to do something, but at the end of the day, what are we doing? So he decided to do something actually. So he created Wawaland and he created the Wawies, and we met. And I am a animation producer, and he had this great idea, this great concept. I fell in love with the Wawies instantly. So I thought, yes, I want to participate in this, let's say, change the world movement. And here we are trying to make a good TV series, trying to make it fun for kids. So far, our pilot, which is a pilot. So if anyone takes a look at the pilot, bear in mind it's a pilot. There are lots of improvements coming. But so far, the pilot, the kids that have seen it, we realize that they like it. I mean, the creatures, they're chubby, they're nice. You can't just not love them, and that's what happened to me. So I hope it happens to everybody that's in Kids Kino, and that we get lots of offers to show the Wawies in their territories.
So Jordi, actually, this is my last question for you. What are you looking for at Kids Kino?
We're looking for pre-sales, basically. We're looking at this stage. We're still there's still room for co-producers. So if a co-producer wants to join in, there's still space for that. Right now, our main co-producer is Televisión Española, which is a huge partner, and we hope that it allows us to get traction to other partners. But co-producers, pre-sales, and eventually distribution for certain markets. I mean, talking about money, the series is quite cheap. It's let's say 1.2 million. So it's not. I'm gonna say it again. It's cheap. Yes, it is. It's cheap because what we're offering, alongside everything that it can come, like with the sales of all this stuff, it's cheap. But it's worth it. I mean, you should want the Wawies to be seen by the kids in your country, not your country, Arthur, but everybody's country. I mean, I'm talking generic. And well, hopefully we'll be able to convince someone to join us and to be part of Wawaland and to be part of the Wawies family.
Awesome. So how many episodes you plan actually?
Right now, season 1, it's going to be 26 episodes, 7 minutes each. And original language is English, but obviously these guys can speak anything. I mean, look, I wish he could speak Polish right now, but we can. I can't either. I
can't wait to hear these guys speaking in Polish language. And Jordi, apparently I'm keeping my fingers crossed for your project. Thank you so much for finding the time, and thank you so much for this conversation.
Thank you very much, Artur. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you in Wawaland.
See you in Wawaland. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.